Hi friends, it's Anne here, and today's video is a little Sephora haul. So I think I mentioned this in my drugstore haul that I did pick up some stuff from Sephora. I had a $100 gift card through my points that I needed to use by the end of March, so I decided to buy some things. I will be honest, what I bought was more than $100. Maybe it was a bit of an excuse to pick up a couple other things, but let's just get into what I bought. The first thing I bought is this Tower 28 Illuminating Bronzer in the shade West Coast. Now this product retails for I think $26 Canadian, and it's made in the USA, and it's a cream bronzer, and this is what it looks like. It's really nice packaging. It's that like clear plastic, but it doesn't look cheap. Like I know sometimes some brands have done this and it looks kind of cheap. I'm not a huge fan of the orange, but that's just me. Orange is probably one of my least favorite colors. And then that's what it looks like. It's clearly illuminating. So let's give it a little swatch. I haven't swatched this yet. So there is a swatch bit on the back of my hand. Pretty excited to try that on my face. It's pretty glowy. It'll be interesting. A lot of people really like these Tower 28 products, so pretty excited to try it. I kind of wanted to pick up one of the blushes as well, but thought I'd start with the bronzer. The next thing I picked up is this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I bought this in the shade Too Fair. This is the mini, and this cost $20 Canadian. I purposely picked this up because I wanted to try this product. People were saying this is similar to the Auric product from Samantha Rabidel, and I was like, well, before I go bonkers and try hers, which I mean they're both expensive, but at least I can get this in a mini, and it is a mini. Like this is tiny for $20. Like minis are getting a little pricey here in Canada. I don't really know how to use this product. I'm gonna have to do some research because I don't know if it's like a foundation, like a primer, a highlighter. I really don't know, because it's it feels a little bit like a foundation, but it's a little bit sheer. That's it on the back of my hand there. You can see it's got a bit of a glow, but then if I like blend it out, it almost like disappears. I've just tried to gently blend it out. If I keep going, it will disappear. So, but I mean, that looks really cool and really pretty. I don't know where this product is made. I mean, there's a whole big long explanation on the side here. I could put that on the screen. Okay, it says here, for a superstar glow, apply all over the face as a flawless filter or on top of foundation if you want extra coverage. This is made in Italy. So, it doesn't have a scent or anything. Pretty excited to try that. So again, I'm gonna do a little try on with some of these products so we can test them out in action together. The next item I want to talk about that I picked up is this Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. Now this was actually one of the only things that I was actually considering buying, because this is what I was really interested in. Actually I delayed doing this purchase because that Hollywood Flawless Filter kept going out of stock, and I wanted to get, which I did not get, the ABH brow freeze thing. They both kept going in and out of stock, but were never in stock at the same time. So I eventually just was like, okay, the Hollywood filter came in, let's just put the order in, and maybe I'll get that ABH product later. But this was a product that I was really intrigued by when this was released. I think this was released late last year, maybe early this year. I can't remember exactly when it was released. And it says medium to full coverage for all, light as air, flawless filter effect. So I'm really curious to try this, especially on my skin type as a somewhat mature skin. I mean, I'm getting there. So this is what it looks like, and this is something I don't think I have any other Fenty products except for the lip glosses. I have two of the lip glosses, and this is like this packaging. This is how you do packaging. This is so nice. I mean, this product was expensive. It was $47 Canadian, I think. But like, this is beautiful. This, there you can see my water. There's my water. Oh, there it is. Yeah, like this is beautiful. I got this in the shade 170. I think it was like light with cool undertones. That was, I think, the shade name. Let's just see if we can swatch it. It might be really difficult to swatch this. Oh my gosh, it's so soft and smooth. Yeah, you can see it on the back of my hand there. It's a little little darker than my skin. I might have had to go. I should have maybe gone for a lighter shade. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm super excited to try this out. So I'm actually going to do a separate video on this entirely. I want to test this out the same way I've been doing foundation testing. I really want to give this a proper go with some different ways of trying it. But yeah, I'm pretty darn excited to try this, mostly because it looks beautiful. Like, it's so nice. It's so pretty. The next thing that I picked up is this little Benefit Primer and Super Setter deal. So this was a deal, essentially. If you were gonna buy the primer, basically the setting spray is free because this cost $43 Canadian and the Porefesisional primer is $43 Canadian on its own. I originally was going to buy, again, the powder foundation was the one thing I definitely wanted, and the second thing that I definitely wanted to try was this setting spray from Benefit. This is the Porefesisional Super Setter long-lasting makeup setting spray. And this cost on its own as a mini $20 Canadian. So I actually had this in my cart, and then I was just browsing the site and somehow came across that the Benefit, sorry, my hair is driving me crazy. The Benefit had this little set. I was like, well, I might as well buy the set because I've talked about this before. I always put off buying the Porefesisional because it is so expensive. I usually end up just getting the mini, which I think is like around $20 Canadian, and then I like ration it. And it is one of my favorite primers. Like, I should just kind of accept that it is one of my favorite primers. So yeah, I'm super excited to try this out. Now, I want to admit I've kind of gone off setting sprays. I only have the ABH setting spray. I do have like an e.l.f. primer mist, or I can't exactly remember what it's called now, but it's not really setting spray. And then I also have a primer water thing from Smashbox. But yeah, like, I've kind of gone off setting sprays. I feel like they don't really do anything. I did try and do a test. Like, I tried to do a video test a long time ago with like what I thought was my favorite. It is still my favorite because I think I have a psychological attachment to it, thinking that it works, is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. But when I tried to do a test, I was like, I don't think this is doing anything. I think it's psychological. Now, I think sometimes if you really like powder your face, I think putting a bit of spray after kind of helps dampen that down a little bit, like gets rid of a bit of the powder, but I don't really heavily powder my face on a regular basis. So yeah, I was just really, again, I got suckered in maybe by the marketing on this because, again, I have really big pores, and I'm super curious to know if this is just like gonna help make it look nicer, help, like, I don't know. I was kind of hoping it might be like pore blurring as well. I might be expecting too much from this product, but we're gonna try this one out too. Super excited about that. And then again, this is nothing exciting or new. This is the Porefesisional. This is the regular size. I think this comes in like a jumbo size as well. This is in the 22 ml or 0.75 fluid ounces. I don't know where these products are made. The next thing I picked up was a lipstick. Yes, I have a problem with lipsticks, and I like buying, well, just lip products in general. But I kind of had to pick this up because this is the Sephora Lip Stories. This is in Cancer, which is my star sign, which I hate that it's called Cancer. Like, can we rebrand that? I'm totally okay with rebranding that Astrology sign. But normally I wait and maybe think about picking these up closer to my birthday, but I was like, you know what, it'll probably sell out by then because that's usually what happens. So I just decided to pick it up now. This costs $10 Canadian. It's a very bright pink, but I think this is in the cream formula. Like, they had different types of formulas, and they had like metallic and stuff, and I just thought this was a really pretty color, so I could see this one like selling out. Whew, that looks real bright on camera. Yeah, my color tone's a little off on my camera right now. I would say it's a bit more magenta. It's coming across a bit more corally. Super excited to put that on the face. I don't always wear bright lipsticks, but when I do, I'm like, man, that's a nice lipstick color. Obviously, I don't always wear bright lipsticks. So yeah, that was definitely like just a fun add-on for me. And then the last thing that I picked up was this Marc Jacobs eyeliner. Now, if you've watched my videos before, I've talked about, I had the minis. I bought a mini set. I'm super excited about it. They were awful. They were so dry. So I'm really hoping this is good. This was actually in the sale section. So it retails for $34 Canadian, and it was on sale for $20 Canadian, and that's why I decided to pick it up. I was like, well, it's already on sale. So let's give it a go. And I want to do a head-to-head with this. This is the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in Black Love. This was what I picked up in my drugstore haul. So like this is way cheaper than this. So I'm super excited to try and do like a standoff and see, is this really worth it? Because everybody raves about this. I'm just gonna, please be creamy because, okay, it's good, it's good. There we go. That's it, it's creamy. I was a little worried that it was not gonna be creamy. Let's just do a quick side-by-side swatch right now because this doesn't look as black as this. Let's just draw this underneath. Okay, no, they're about the same in terms of black. So the one on the bottom is the Essence one. I'm just gonna let these sit on my hand and then I'm gonna do that like rub test that I did in my drugstore haul and we'll see how that works. So yeah, I'm really excited to do a little side-by-side test of those and see if they work together. Okay, these have been sitting on my hand for a while, so let's give a little rub test. And they're both there. That's good. They both have passed test number 2. All right, I'm super excited to give these a head-to-head because man, they seem very similar. I just want to talk about 2 more things. Samples. Super annoyed. I had like Sephora, if you give me the option to pick samples but I don't get those samples, then why did you give me the option? Secondly, if you say 2 samples, why do you only give me 1? Like, so they gave me this, which is not what I picked. This is the Wishful Thirst Trap Juice, which I hate that name. I hate when brands do stupid names like that. So anyway, I am kind of curious to try this. This is the Huda, Wishful I believe is the Huda skincare brand, which again, I'm kind of always wary of makeup brands that do skincare. Like, I'd rather the reverse. If a skincare started doing makeup, I'd be way more interested in their makeup, you know? But like, it's not always bad. Like, I've definitely tried skincare from a makeup brand that's not bad. Anyway, kind of annoyed that this is what came in there because I had picked the Way hair conditioning mask, which I just finished up my last mask packet, so I wanted to see if the new formula was still as good as the old formula and if I'd like the scent, which I think it was Grace mentioned that it is the same, or it seems pretty much the same, and it still has a really nice scent. So I don't know. I'm just kind of annoyed that I didn't get that sample. The other sample was like the Briogeo, which I've tried before, I think, was the Don't Despair Repair, but it had the shampoo, conditioner, and the mask. And I just kind of wanted to try that mask to compare it to the Way one, because I'm pretty sure I don't really care for the Briogeo stuff. Like, it's never really impressed me. But again, I just wanted to do that compare. So kind of like on Sephora on the samples. Again, it sets expectations. So for example, in my drugstore haul with the Shoppers Drug Mart, actually in that order, I never mentioned it, I forgot to mention, that order shipped so fast. I was so impressed that it's like, I'm pretty sure I ordered it and I got it the next day or the day after, which I don't think in the land of pandemic that has happened for me. So I was pretty impressed with how fast my Sephora or my Shoppers Drug Mart order came in. This one came pretty quickly too because it did ship from BC, which I always find strange being in Ontario. Like, why are products shipping from BC? Like, you would think, I don't know, this is me being yes, you can make fun of me for being in Toronto thinking we're the center of the world, but god damn it, we are the center of the world at times. Toronto is highly populated. It's the biggest city in Canada. So I'm always intrigued when things from like a large brand like Sephora ship from like BC. But anyway, it did actually come fairly quickly. It came within a week-ish, I think. Yeah, about a week. So that was, at least it shipped fairly quickly. The other thing I want to mention, it actually came in this package. So I've never had, has anybody else had this? Which was actually, it surprised me because normally if I get a Sephora order, it comes in a box and it's usually at my concierge, and this was like in, unless it's a small box, it does go straight into like my mailbox. And so I was expecting a box and then I was like, well, what is this? And then I was kind of surprised. I'm like, did everything fit in there? Did everything survive? And like everything was fine. The only thing was the one corner, this corner was kind of ripped open. But yeah, this is like sustainable, 100% recycled paper and recyclable with mixed paper. So I can put this in the recycling. I had actually peeled my label off like super easy too, which was awesome. So hello. So as much as I bitched about like the sample thing, this is cool. So Sephora, points. I'm hoping to see more of this, and I'm hoping this actually is recyclable. Yeah, very cool. I'm curious to know if anybody else has had one of these packets yet, and like, did your stuff arrive safely? That's the important part. So that's it. That's my little Sephora haul for you. I am going to try again to do a little try on with these products, and like I said, I'm going to maybe do a separate video entirely for that Fenty powder, because I really want to give that a thorough quality test to see how it works for me. If you like this video, feel free to give a little thumbs up down below, and if you haven't already, I would love it if you did subscribe to my tiny little channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.